Okay, this will be a challenging one. It's a very tiny piece of work I'm going to work with, a tiny little original. So let's see if we can make it look any good. I don't know if we're going to make this one look good. It's going to go definitely 400. Going to leave the contrast as is. Going to lighten it up. Okay, what is it? It is something very, very tiny. I'm going to have to use my camera hand to press the start button for this. It is a glitter star, or some kind of star, or maybe it's a sequin because it's got a hole in it. We're going to put my hand with that star on the platen here. I'm going to put it on the platen and make something hopefully interesting out of it. So I'm just using my camera hand to press the button. Now I'm wondering, I'm just going to use my camera hand again and again. And we're going to see how this turns out. This is a challenge. I'll just put the star down on the bed because I'll pick it up afterwards. So I'll just put it there and see if we've had a first go and got it right. Because it's going to be difficult having to pick it up again and start it again. It's not an easy thing to photocopy. And yeah, you're right. I'm right. The star isn't on the good angle. You can't see it shine. It looks like shit. It's bloody shit. It's one of these demos that you just can't seem to get right. At least not first go. So I'm just going to try and do a movement piece. Try to make that star sparkle. We're just going to... Why am I using the camera hand? I'm just going to try that. So let's see how that looks, if we've made it interesting. It is interesting. You can just see the star, but it's not reflecting. Wondering if we can work with this somehow. Maybe we can just leave it like that, or maybe... It's a tough one. It's an interesting piece. I'm not happy with the fact that it's not reflecting. Wondering if this is a shit job. I've done a shit job of this, folks. We're going to try another one, all right? But it's not. I'm pretty sure it ain't going to work. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a disappointment. Just try that again. See if that works. I just decided. I've just dropped the star on the floor. So I'm just going to call it quits with this, with making another copy. I'm hoping this third one will come up a treat. Again, it's a piece of shit. Even though it still looks interesting as a hand print, but I'm just going to give up on the hand, and I'm just going to basically try to make something interesting out of it, make something a little bit different. So I'm going to try... I'm going to leave it on that. We're not going to make it too heavy. We're going to basically put this within the... I'm going to make it an A6 size. We're just going to be a little bit intuitive here and just place the paper like that and hope that we get a good result. So we can't always get everything working as we want it to. So we're just going to enlarge it 200. Sometimes I just do that. I just get a bit slack about it, or I try to make things intuitive. I try not to get too fussy, and often things turn out better when I don't fuss. Maybe I should have taken the black out. Maybe some of the black could go to make it look a lot better. Or maybe we can strip the black. I don't know how that's going to make it. Printing off two-dimensional image. It'll probably look shit. This is not a good demo, folks. I had a gut feeling this wasn't going to come off very well. we'll soon find out if I've got it looking good. Yeah, that's not too bad. And you can see the outline of the star, and it's quite a nice shape. The positioning looks good, so maybe we've redeemed this demo. I think what would be a good thing to do is to add some blue. The blue would make it look really nice. We need a bit of blue to make it look good, so we're going to now use the brightness. No, we're not darkening it, we're lightening it, and we're going to use blue. We're going to pump it all the way up to the top, to the maximum, and this should look good. Wondering if any hue should be used, or we're just going to leave the hue out for now. So maybe we've redeemed this demo faster than I imagined. So sometimes it pays to take a punt every now and then if you know what you're doing. So the star looks good, and that looks a bit too blue. I think the hand looks a bit too magenta looking, so I'm thinking we might maybe, what else can we do to this? Maybe we could take out some of that blue. We don't want too much of it. We don't want to go absolutely stark raving mad about it. And maybe the brightness, we're going to leave it like that. Maybe the hue could be adjusted. So we're going to make the hue a little bit warmer. So we're just trying to get this to look really nice. It's funny how sometimes I find these little items and I just seem to think they could make something big. Literally. I just see how this goes. Still looks too red. It looks red. It's a lot better. It's better than the first one. The hue is made it a bit more of a green, the blue area. Wondering if we can do any more, whether we're going to leave it. I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. If the star's going to be the centre. If the star's going to take the centre stage, so to speak. Wondering if we're going to go any further or if we're going to just settle. Maybe we could go further. It's really hard to make up my mind. I'm thinking the hue could... Oh, we're going all the way with the hue for some reason. Let's try that. Let's just get a bit heavy-handed here for a sec. I don't know if it's going to look any good. Let's see how that goes, because I accidentally hit it, and that actually looks better. You can actually see the fingerprint texture, which I didn't notice before. The texture of the fingerprints looks better, and you can see the edge of the nails, so that looks a lot better. So maybe that was a happy little accident, and we're just going to now, I think we're going to run with this, with these settings. So I'm wondering if we're going to do anything more, or if we're going to just be happy with what we've got. Let's see how we go with this. But yeah, many of my demos have been becoming prolongated because it's so hard to get something good out of it, and I try really persistently to get a really nice result. But it's interesting how the star turned out. Even though we just got the edges of it, it would have been nice to have a nice big bright flash of light, but maybe it wasn't meant to be. As they say, it wasn't meant to be. So let's see if we can make this look good. This is another prolongated demo, but this is a new micro SD card, so I've got plenty of space on it to fill up with these rather long demos. And these cards are getting cheaper to buy. They cost less now than they did a little while ago. Let's see how we go lining these up. Okay, that's that one. You can just see a flash of gold at the edge, which is nice. It's nice to have a bit of the gold theme in it still, just a tad. And now we'll just line that up. Yeah, okay, interesting. Strange, but you can see the star. I'm really happy with that. I think now we can call this prolongated demo quits.